What is up, guys? This is tcgsam here, and in today's video I'm coming at you guys with some virtual world test hands with my updated virtual world build for the new May/June 2022 format. If you haven't checked out the updated deck profile, it's already on my channel. And just a note, this is going to be like a freestyle test hand video. It's not really set combos or anything, so if you want to see those types of videos, do check out my playlist on a competitive virtual world videos that I've already posted on my channel. There should be combo tutorials on there. But yeah, with that being said, I'm just going to finish shuffling up and we're going to be doing a going first test hand. So let's cut and get into our very first test hand. So we're going to be opening with Nian, Lily, Foolish Burial Goods, and Foolish Burial Goods. So this is obviously a very interesting hand. Can't say it's the greatest, but at least we can play. So I guess I'll just show you like what you can do if you can actually play the game. We'll start by normal summoning Nian, activating Lily, targeting the Nian. That's going to send a copy of Qinglong and a copy of Chuche. You actually do want to send the Chuche here. Not that it will matter in the end, but like if you send Chuche here and somehow your Qinglong gets stopped, at least you can make a rank 6. But yeah, we're going to be dumping the other trap later in the combo, so it doesn't matter. We're going to be activating the Qinglong next, banishing itself to add a copy of the best virtual world in Lulu, and then of course discarding one of the Foolish Burial Goods. We're going to activate the Lulu next, targeting our Nian, summoning itself to add a copy of Kowloon and send a copy of Shan Wu to the graveyard. And then from here, this is where we get to do the level modulation, increasing the level of Lulu by 3, turning those two into a copy of Zolkin. And it's also important to note, this is the 4th summon, so our Crystal Wing, after we set this, is going to be our 5th summon. So this does play around a card like Nibiru. From here, we're going to activate the effect of Kowloon, putting up our second copy of Chuche. And then now we have a few options. We could honestly just pass it here. It sounds really bad, but like it's definitely an option. We're definitely going to try to extend though by activating the effect of Shan Wu to bring back the Lulu, getting rid of the Foolish Burial Goods. And then from here you have a few options. If you want to be greedy, you can go into Charge Warrior to try to draw a copy of Gigi, or to try to draw a copy of Lao Lao. If you draw any of those, or like Desires, you're in a really good spot. But if you miss, it's incredibly bad. So what I would personally do in this situation is just go for the Bamboozling Glossary Shadow. I know this is not like very flashy or anything, but this is actually not too bad of a board because we have access to Chuche, so that's a pop 1 face-up card. We have access to a Crystal Wing Monster Negate. We have access to a Gossip Negate, which is going to draw us an extra card. And then, of course, if we didn't draw a Virtual World, we have Foolish Burial Goods to send Qinglong during the next turn to keep playing. So even though it wasn't that great of a board, you can see our opening hand didn't give us many options, and I think we did the best with what we could. But yeah, let me know if you guys would have played that hand differently. There are a lot of options with virtual worlds, and that's kind of like the thing I want to emphasize here. There isn't really a right way to play it if you don't know what you're going into, I feel like. So that's the board I would go for. Turn 1, you could have definitely went for something like Shen Shen instead, if you knew it would be good in the matchup. Shen Shen Chuche is still an incredibly powerful combo. But yeah, anyways, we will shuffle up and get into our going second test hand, where we're just going to be assuming we're going second into a board. I'm not going to like just guess how many negates our opponent has, but rather I'm just going to be showing what the deck, what options the deck has going second. And oh boy, it has a lot of options when going second, a lot more than going first, that's for sure. So we'll finish cutting and we'll get into our second test hand. We're going to be opening Gigi, Double Lulu, Talents, and Qinglong, drawing for turn Desires. So this is a very, very strong turn 1 like hand. I would honestly start things off with Desires. This not only should bait out a negate if your opponent has it, but if it doesn't, we have more information on what we're working with. So let's quickly check our banished. Nothing too relevant. 1 Chuche is okay because we're going second. We're not trying to grind here. We're trying to break our opponent's board. We do lose 2 copies of Lalo, but as long as we have a copy in our deck, it's all good. So we're going to be assuming our opponent doesn't stop this. We'll draw E-Telly, draw Gamma. A little unlucky we draw Gamma because our driver was banished, but sometimes like there's not much you can do about a situation like that. From here, we're going to activate the Qinglong and then activate our copy of GG here. Targeting the Qinglong, I would assume most opponents wouldn't stop this, and the reason being because not only does it open them to Gamma, but also it's GG. It's not like Lulu or anything. Like, people know to stop Lulu, so GG should always resolve. And we actually kind of want this GG to resolve because now we're able to send a copy of Nian Nian to the graveyard. We don't have to reveal we have Lulu yet. We'll activate the Itelli, special summoning out a copy of Nian Nian, which triggers the Nian Nian in the graveyard to summon itself back. And then from here, depending on what our opponent has, we have a couple of different options. We can start off with a copy of, let's say, Charge Warrior to try to draw like extra cards. We could go like Coral Dragon. Coral Dragon can force something out by discarding a card, which I think we'll do here. Getting rid of this Nian Nian, this Nian Nian. When Nian Nian's banished, we're going to be able to shuffle a banished card back into our deck. In this case, I shuffle back the Chuche because we're not going to be able to use Gamma. So we'll Coral Dragon here. That cracks the card from our opponent. Qinglong here cracks another card from our opponent. And then we still have a Talents. That's gonna either force something out or give us more advantage. But after resolving all of that, we still have access to our main monster, Lulu. We don't need to set up the trap here because we're gonna be ending on a Zeus and clearing the board, so the trap's not gonna do us much good. We're gonna send the Shan Wu, add another copy of our Lao Lao, summoning out the copy of Lulu, and then from here, it's kind of hard to determine what our opponent's gonna have. But if I was still trying to crack their board, what I would try to go for is like Fan M7. We're definitely making a rank 6 to Zeus them, but it's just a matter of how we get there. So let's turn these two into a copy of Charge Warrior. Just draw us an extra card. Draw, Call by the Grave, that's pretty good. From here, we have access to Shan Wu to bring anything back later on, but before we do that, let's just use the... this is also assuming we're not playing around Nibiru. If you wanted to play around Nibiru, that's like an extra layer kind of you have to worry about. We would have Talents look at their hand if that's what we were worried about, but so we're just gonna assume there's no Nibiru here. From here, let's just very simply... we want to get the most value out of our Coral, so we're actually going to leave it on the board. We'll go Lao Lao targeting the Qinglong, sending the Chi-Chi. Let's summon back a copy of Gigi. And then from here, we now have 2 level 6s to make our copy of Fan. This cracks another card from our opponent's board and any follow-up they have in the graveyard. Next, we're able to turn the Coral Dragon and the Gigi into any level 9. So Vermilion, let's say, Coral effect to draw 1. That's pretty good. But Coral Dragon drew 1. We have access to Vermilion, so that's an additional interruption. Like, we're just you can see we're just cracking our opponent's board like piece by piece with all of our engine cards. I guess in this case we have Kowloon as well because we're sick. But even if we didn't draw it, we'd still have like I said, you can see we have a Zeus here. After we clear their board, so that's like another board clear. We can activate the effect of our normal summon Lulu, activate the effect of Shan Wu, summoning back Gigi, pitching our card, upping the level of Gigi by 3. We can turn these two into a copy of Shen. And then from here, like, this actually is just game on board. It's over 8k damage, but assuming it wasn't, we'd have this Shen Chuche end phase, adding this back with our GG. So a very, very formidable going second hand, I would say. So that's like the great thing about Virtual World. A lot of its engine just cracks the board as long as you're able to play, which is why I prioritize cards like extenders and such like that, as opposed to just hand traps. Like you can see, the going second cards I play are specifically like also going first cards as well, and that's kind of the build I went with Virtual Worlds. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this video in the comment section below. I know it was pretty fast paced, but like if you want to see like more slower structured combos, once again, then do check out my competitive virtual world playlist, which is on my channel. You'll see like step-by-step combos that'll go over certain like different plays. Unfortunately, I had a updated combo guide that was that had been deleted off my channel, and I don't have that video anymore. So if you guys really want to see like a updated step-by-step virtual world combo, like I can edit the old one to make it more concise and better. But yeah, anyways, that's gonna do it for this test hand video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and with that, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.